It was evening by the Sea of Galilee. The crowds had been pressing in all day, listening to Jesus teach. As the sun dipped low, Jesus turned to his disciples and said, "Let's cross to the other side." So they climbed into the boat. The lake was calm, the air still. Some of the disciples were fishermen. The water was their second home. They knew this lake, its moods, its rhythms. But that night, things would change. At first, it was just a gust of wind. Then another. Soon waves began to swell. The gentle rocking of the boat turned violent. The sky blackened, rain slashed down, lightning split the darkness. The Sea of Galilee was known for sudden storms, but this one was fierce. Waves crashed against the boat, water poured in over the sides. The disciples fought to keep it afloat, shouting, straining at the oars, their hearts pounding with fear. And where was Jesus? In the back of the boat, asleep, his head on a cushion. The disciples couldn't believe it. Their boat was being torn apart and Jesus was sleeping? Finally, in desperation, they shook him awake. "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Their words weren't calm. They were raw, panicked. They had seen storms before, but this one was different. This time, they thought it might be the end. Jesus rose to his feet, rain soaking his robe, wind whipping around him. He looked out over the raging waters. And then, with a voice steady and strong, he spoke, "Peace, be still." In an instant, the storm obeyed. The wind died down. The waves smoothed into silence. The lake became as still as glass. The disciples stood frozen, their fear now mixed with awe. Who was this man that even the wind and the waves obeyed him? Jesus turned to them and asked softly, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" His words weren't harsh. They were an invitation. A reminder that fear doesn't have the final word, faith does. The story of Jesus calming the storm isn't just about the sea. It's about life. Storms come, sudden, fierce, overwhelming. Fear rises, hearts sink. And sometimes it feels like God is asleep in the boat. Silent. Distant. But this story reminds us that even when the storm rages, we are not alone. The one who commands the wind and the waves is with us. Faith doesn't always mean the storm disappears right away. But it does mean we have an anchor, a peace stronger than fear, a presence greater than the waves. Because sometimes the real miracle is not just that the storm grows quiet, but that we find peace in the middle of it.